Hello, I'm Meghan Schiller from KDKA-TV News, and this is your KDKA News Now update. I've got your top headlines and the latest weather forecast. New video released today shows the moments leading up to the death of Jim Rogers, who died after he was tased repeatedly by Pittsburgh police. KDKA lead investigator Andy Sheehan is breaking it all down, and we do want to warn you, you may find this video disturbing.
No, I didn't take it away.
I didn't ask you that. I said, did you go on someone's porch?
No, sir.
This is Jim Rogers, a homeless man accused of stealing a bicycle in the last minutes of his life. In video released today by court order, we see for the first time police body cam video showing the disturbing chain of events leading to his death, beginning with a tussle with police officer Keith Edmonds over the surrender of his wallet.
Keep your hands up. That's the last time I'm going to see it. Is this your wallet or not?
No, that's there.
Excuse me.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's not my.
What did I say?
The takedown is followed by a stream of demands by the officer that Rogers put his hands behind his back, and Rogers repeatedly saying, quote, "I didn't do anything." Then he springs up and runs and is tased by the officer.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay.
We've seen in the past a neighbor's video of Rogers being repeatedly tased. In Edmonds' body cam video, we see Rogers crawling into the street and the officer demanding he put his hands behind his back when a neighbor gets involved.
Would you give him a minute to collect himself? How's he supposed to do anything when you keep zapping him like that?
After a time, police put Rogers in the back of a police cruiser. He tells them he can't breathe and needs to go to the hospital.
I can't breathe.
The officers delay leaving until EMS arrives to treat some of their injuries. And even though West Penn Hospital is just 2 blocks away, take Rogers to UPMC Mercy Hospital, where he arrives unconscious and is later pronounced dead. Andy Sheehan, KDKA-TV News.
Now, in a statement tonight, the Pittsburgh Police Union resident says the law department of the city of Pittsburgh has blatantly violated the rights of Pittsburgh police officers by releasing compelled statements of its officers to a third-party attorney and now the public. The FOP will be filing numerous legal actions regarding the city of Pittsburgh as a result of releasing information without any context, end quote.
Rising river levels have created a mess in many parts of the city, water flooding several popular walkways and endangering some of the city's homeless population. Chris Hoffman reports on 2 rescues made today.
It was this bridge here along North Shore Drive outside Acrisure Stadium where someone was kind of trapped by the water, and this comes after last night where just across town, River Rescue had to get people out of the Mon Wharf.
Pittsburgh Public Safety says around 9:30 Sunday night, River Rescue went to the Mon Wharf for calls of people trapped in the high water. Once there, one person was stuck and had to be rescued. He was sent to a shelter for help.
Out of an abundance of caution, though, our River Rescue team went tent to tent to check to make sure there were not any other individuals who were in need of rescue.
Around noon today, crews were called out to the other rescue near Acrisure Stadium. The man allegedly woke up on the supports under a bridge and saw the water levels a foot or 2 deep and called 911. He was rescued and given medical aid.
Do what this individual did and call 911 as soon as possible. And there are services out there for them to get some temporary shelter.
The city's Office of Community Health and Safety has been going to camps for weeks, letting people know about the weather and potential for this. 3 people went to shelters and others relocated. The Allegheny County Office of Equity and Equality says Code Blue shelters have opened as a result of this flooding.
We will continue to go to these places and provide our communities with resource navigation, service referral, and housing options.
Now, in the aftermath of weather like this, missions like Light of Life will work with the unhoused after water levels go down to assist them with whatever resources were lost.
We're able to help them there in hopes that long term, through that relationship and through the things we're able to provide, they eventually want to take a next step with us.
Pittsburgh Public Safety says the encampment at the Mon Wharf and along the Allegheny will be shut down. They will post signs and not allow people back there in light of this flooding.
Now, for areas like the 10th Street bypass, which is pretty much like this, water and muck and debris, PennDOT has to get in there clear that out, clean it up, and then check the infrastructure to make sure it is still safe to drive on. Once they do that, they'll reopen it. As soon as they reopen it, we'll let you know on air and online.
And now here's First Alert meteorologist Ray Petlin with a look at your weather for the week ahead.
Still some high water at the point. There is a flood advisory that continues till 1 p.m. The water's still high, even though it's starting to drop, and that's a good sign, and we should be drying up overall. We do have some moisture on the way, but that's not going to arrive for about 24 hours from now. 35. Current temperature, Pittsburgh. Winds out of the west at 6. The humidity at 72%, and it feels like 30 just because when you get those temperatures down into the mid-30s and then you have a little breeze, you get that wind chill going on. And we haven't had to deal with that much since early last week. This is about as cold as it's going to be for the next week as temperatures are expected to climb back up. So we go down to about freezing tonight, and this is actually a little on the mild side for a low temperature in January. And tomorrow we are going to run warm as our temps return in most cases to the low to mid 40s. So a warmer than average setup. Average is 37, and we're going to be in the mid 40s for almost the entirety of the forecast, even upper 40s by the time we end the weekend. So it is going to be a warmer stretch, but those temperatures are going to be so borderline tomorrow that we're going to get our precipitation in the form of rain and snow. So a little mixture trying to work down towards us, and that won't arrive until about this time tomorrow. So you'll see cloudy skies through the day, a quiet looking day, but just about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, we're going to see some of that precipitation starting to edge in here again in the form of rain and snow, and it starts to dry up a little as it arrives. So we're not looking at anything intense or anything heavy. So I don't think this is going to have any big issues for us when it comes to the rivers. However, it is going to give us another shot for a little more precipitation, then we dry it up. And from there, we have a very quiet remainder of the week as sunshine breaks out. And I think the weekend looks fantastic. Tonight, though, 32, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow's temperatures get back to the mid 40s. So we're going to keep those warmer temperatures going. And that'll be the case for the week. And after we get through tomorrow's late rain and snow, potentially a couple of those flakes or raindrops carry over into early Wednesday. But besides that, dry, we need it, and a lot brighter by the time we get into the weekend, especially Saturday and Sunday.